Kanye and Kahris.
If only my hair was this long, not true, guys. Anyway, hey everyone. I hope everyone is doing well, enjoying these last few weeks of 2023. As you can see by the video title, it's been 3 years since I locked my hair. I locked my hair on November 1st, 2020, in the pandemic. Not related. But yeah, I just wanted to come and talk about a couple of the things, specifically the spiritual lessons and insights that I've gained from 3 years of having locks, because over the last 3 years my hair has grown and so have I. I switched to the back camera here thinking the back camera, as it should, was going to give me a better quality than my selfie camera, but apparently not, guys. So I'm gravely disappointed, but let's work with it. It's not so bad. But yeah, so jumping right into it, the first thing that I've learned, no particular order of importance, or it's not chronological either. But the first thing is, since I've had locks, I realized that people are so much more intrigued. It's like a conversation starter. So people just feel the need to come sit beside you. They want to know about your life. They talk about your hair, how they want to like their hair too sometimes, and all that kind of stuff. I find that since I've had locks, I get stopped a lot more on the street. People just they see the hair. Sometimes I don't even see the hair. Sometimes my hair is wrapped up, and for some reason, people still feel the need to like ask me about my hair. They just assume I have locks, and they start to talk about locks with me. So I don't know if it gives you this light. I don't know if it's also because of the way that I've done my locks, because mine are kind of semi free form, as they call them. So it's not like your traditional highly manicured, a certain kind of size locks. So people become more intrigued about who I am, and they want to know my story, and a lot of that is attributed to the fact that that I have locks. In the same light, the second thing is I realize that people respond to you differently. Like, I will be on the street, just walking, minding my business. I'm not going anywhere in particular. Probably not really just going with the intention of buying anything, but like somebody who's like selling fruits or whatever, like a vendor. Or, someone on the street like asking for money or whatever. They'll like reach out to me with the expectation that because I have locks, I'm gonna show them kindness and show them charity. Even if I go to like buy food and all of that stuff, like people talk to you in a certain way. Like I'll see them deal with me in a certain way that they don't deal with other people, and it's because they've already made assumptions about me based on my hair. And they start to attribute certain things to you, like kindness and charity, and that you're approachable and all these other things. I mean, I'm sure that part of it has to do with the fact that I'm female with locks, because Connie can, and probably we should do a video on that, can tell you that sometimes it's a bit different for him in terms of the response as a male with locks. But for me, it's like people just, they see me as more approachable. They think I'm kind. They think I, will show them positive energy. So I've gotten that a lot more since I've had my locks. The next thing is locks has built my self-confidence, and this is a major one. Because I was somebody who was like always confident in myself, but I would play within the limits of approval and acceptance by others, so I'll take the risk, but like not too much of a risk because I still need to be accepted. People need to approve of it and that kind of thing. Now with my locks, and this has been from the beginning of the journey, it's very much I'm doing this because I want to do it. I don't really, it's hit or miss with a lot of people, especially my family. I'll expound on that. But basically, with people, locks can go either way. Either they love it or they don't. So it's kind of helped me. And this is from the beginning with my hair, because I did my hair bigger than a lot of people usually do their locks, right? A lot of people do locks. Some people genuinely like the smaller, thinner size for their hair, but some people do it so that they can have the locks but still be accepted by the corporate world and by the general public and all of that, right? I went a more artistic, more free form kind of way with my hair. So even from my family, like people in my family, like, oh, they're too big, like especially in the beginning when they're like budding and they swell up and people don't know that, hey, they're gonna thin down eventually. Or, constantly saying I look rough. Them kind of things. Those kind of comments, right? And then you have the people who think it's so bold and it's so nice and it's so pretty and that's how they would do their locks and that kind of thing. So it's really just taught you to have this, it's taught me to have this unwavering sense of self when it comes on to that kind of part of me, in the sense of how I choose to express myself, right, through my locks. In the same light, over the last 3 years, I've recognized that choosing to have locks and have locks like mine means a public declaration of who I am, what I am, and what I believe in. This is a very, very major one. It's, in a sense, without me knowing at the time when I did it, I was choosing to fully accept my creative purpose, my purpose in this world as an artistic person, because even though it's 2023, I know that in certain settings it wouldn't go over easily. I probably wouldn't get the job, even though they'd probably find other reasons as to why I didn't get the job, or other reasons to tell me rather. There are a lot of places in the corporate world, there are a lot of settings, even as a musician, trying to get into certain rooms and push my music to the people in the offices who make or break artists, in terms of how much market reach they're able to get and that kind of thing. Even in some of those settings, I would have to find a way to like make my hair more acceptable. Okay. So for me, one of the insights I gained was choosing to go this route, choosing to wear my hair this way, choosing to have these kind of locks was a public declaration and a full acceptance of what my purpose in this world is, which is to just be a creative and to contribute artistically and creatively, and to use my art to make an impact and make a difference and push for positive change, right? So it was just me saying, hey, ain't no going back now. so that was one of the insights. I'm sure a lot of people with locks will tell you that it teaches you patience. It teaches you that good things come to those who wait, as the Bible says. So that is the next thing for me. I've definitely learned patience. I'm the type of person, I think I said in the last video, I like to see results. It drives me, it motivates me. Locks brings you through all the phases all the phases, the cute phase, where you're all excited, like your locks are gonna look so nice. Then this, like, I don't like to call it an ugly phase, but it's a phase that's kind of difficult to navigate because you don't really know what to do with it. For me, like, my length was an in between because I started with my hair so short. It was just in this like difficult in between stage where you kind of just have to let it be. And then it's budding, it's like going which way. They're like antennas sometimes till eventually they fall, and mature and all of that. So it's taught me patience. It's taught me, in the same sense, to just go through all the phases and enjoy them and accept them, not just on this lock journey, but in life as well, on this life journey. Just learning to enjoy and accept all the phases that I'm going through. Which leads me to my next point. I know I said I wasn't doing this in any order of importance, but I might have unintentionally left the most impactful one for last. My locks have taught me to let go. My lock journey has not been perfect. I am somewhat of a perfectionist, and I will like rip out, since I was little, I'd like rip out the whole page and start writing the notes all over again if they don't look the way that I want them to look. And that's kind of been my approach to many aspects of my life. And locks have taught me that you don't need to do all of that. It's not always going to be perfect. There's some locks that don't look the way that I probably would have want them to look. At one point in my journey, I let someone else do my hair and it didn't go the way. I'm still correcting some things from that. And normally with those things, I probably would have like cut my hair off and start over and try to make it more perfect. But I've learned that it's all part of the journey. It's all part of what makes my hair unique and beautiful. And there's that spot that when I went and let someone do my hair and it was done too tight. And so I have this like weak spot in a lot of my locks. Instead of like beating up myself about it, I've learned to spin it. That was the time when I came back to Jamaica. It was shortly after I moved back to Jamaica. Now I can look at my locks. It's like a calendar and I know exactly when I came back to Jamaica, which is kind of cool. And I'm trying to take that approach to the rest of my life, instead of looking at it as this like traumatic event and just simmering in all that sadness and depression. I'm learning to spin it in a way that works for me. But yeah, these are some of the lessons I've learned, some of the insights I've gained from having locks, and maybe some spiritual reasons for you to go on this lock journey if you haven't started already. I'm just finishing up here with my hair. I'm going to show you guys where the length is. I started with basically no hair. But this is where it is at 3 years. And when I need to go out after I've done my hair, this is how I wear it. I did actually have to go out this day, so it worked out. But all right, don't watch me with my antics. Bye, guys.